Forms have become a crucial part of our apps. Because forms have so many pieces involved, including form submission, proper validation, etc., starting with a strong form library will help you eliminate a lot of the grunt work involved with coding them. In this video, we'll explore a library for getting you started with forms. So first, you want to go to this link, github.com/gcanty/tcom form native. As you get to the repo, you'll see first and foremost the code, then you'll see the documentation. But like I mentioned before, the main benefit of using a library like this is not to have to redo the entire code, so not have to write the JavaScript code for validation or write all the elements for the component. So I'll give you an example and you'll see why it makes sense to use that library. So if you want to see an example, just click on this link and then you'll see the code related to a form. And if you scroll down to this area, you'll see everything that you need to set up the React component and then what you need to set up a form. Keep in mind that this code can also be written in ES6 and everything that follows as well. So the next thing, if you look at the code, is the model. So basically the model will determine what fields and what labels are going to show on your form. And basically TCOM does it all for you. So if we look at this specific model, we look at the name, surname, age, and then a cross-check for remember me. So basically TCOM will do that for you. So it'll create the field and the label for those 4 items on your model. And then if you scroll down, then you have a few options related to setting up TCOM. And you can look at the documentation to understand what that means. And if you scroll down, then you have your view component, which is basically a component for React Native. And if you focus on the form here, you'll see that you have 5 lines for the form itself. And that's the magic of using something like TCOM because it sets up everything else for you. You do have to set up a few options, but if you copy and paste everything that's on that page and then set up a few things and look at the options, then off you go. You created your form, you have validation and all the magic sauce that comes with it. And last but not least, you have the styles related to that form. So if you look at the options, you'll be able to understand what these are and how you can style them. But if you quickly look at your views, you'll be able to figure out what these are for. So for example, if we look at style for touchable highlight, then styles button, then you can scroll on your object here, styles button, and then understand what these styles are going to be when the component renders. So the next step, basically, if you go all the way up, you can still do the same issues as we've done in the past videos. You can create an issue, you can create a bug report, and anything that you feel is of importance for the contributors and the developers of that particular repo. So in the next video, we'll show you one last UI library called React Native Elements. See you in a bit.